Okay, maing to dread.
Maing udto dong.
O maing to ni Kanadia, kumusta mo?
Maing udto Sugbo.
So Martes karon kanang pizza 20 no?
Pizza 20 na sa Augusto.
So muna nga
11 days na lang, sugod na gyud ang bare months dong.
Kisa nag-ung-ung na ron na.
Nakita ng kilay. Nakita ng kilay. So, Tuesday karon, aduna tayong mga gilinya nga mga issues nga among ihatag kaninyo sama sa kaning nahitabo sa Medellin karon diin adunay mga baboy dito nga nangamatay, although giklaro na sa municipal agriculturist nga kuan lang na caused by kanang environment o weather, nothing to do with ASF. Para matagaan gyud tag klarong kuan ani dong kanang
pagkulagway
yes,
sa sitwasyon.
Oo.
Labi na dakong epekto po ni sa ilang ekonomiya siguro, although ningon sila nga dili affected ang ilang karning pork nila nga kuan meat.
Dapat sila igong supply.
Igong supply pero kung
ang mga nagkuan.
Ang nag-uma.
Ang
mga
atiman.
Nagtiman yung taon affected directly. So,
hello? Hello, Sir Ruben.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Live taron, sir.
Live ta, sir, sa Sunstar Beyond the Headlines. So, kauban na to karon sa linya si Sir Ruben Noinay. Siya ang municipal agriculturist sa lungsod sa Medellin. Sir, pwede minimo tagaan og picture og unsay nahitabuan ning mga baboy nga nangamatay diha sa Medellin?
Oh, yes, ma'am. No? Unsa na mayong hapon sa imong nga tuki diya, ma'am, no? Sa imong programa. No? So, sa pagkakaroon, ma'am, ang status sa atong babuyan diri sa lungsod sa Medellin is naata karon sa hulga sa kanang tawag og classical swine fever o kanang cholera man ba nya for now na ano tay mortality nga almost 600 kapin no nya as to the status sa total population kinagal pa man baboy sa Medellin, so wala rin siya ka 1/4 sa atong mga namatay. So, posible nga mild rin siya nga sitwasyon, ma'am.
Pero kining pila ka barangays ang naapektuhan ani, sir?
So, out of 19 barangay, na ay numero ka barangay ang affected, ma'am.
Unsa ni nga mabarangay kanang sikit-sikit or unsa ilang location ba?
Lagyo.
Kuan, tapat-tapat sila, ma'am. Like sa barangay Kawit, Antipolo, Lungsod, Mahawak, Poblasyon o Glamentak Norte, ma'am. Tapad na sila.
So unsa may sa inyong pag-investigate ani Sir Ruben, unsa man kaha ang rason nganong naay tay mga inani nga problema sa mga babuyan diha sa Medellin?
Sa among nakita, based sa among observation, ma'am, sa observation sa taga-provincial veterinary staff office sa Capitol, una nilang na obserbaran is katong bitang pagkalit sa pag-ili sa weather condition gikan sa taas nga El Nino, uwaw, kadayon mikalit og tod ang excessive nga ulan, ma'am, bugnaw nga panahon.
Apektado sa ding baboy ani, sir, no?
Oh yes, ma'am. Kaya ang tao, ma'am, ikaw ang gapong gintaw. Ang tao, ang baboy, kaya dili nga sa taas sa kanang persistensya sa agwan, init sa ulan. Lagi epekto, ma'am, ang kalit niya pag-usab-usab sa panahon. Better sa hayop sa tao, ma'am. Mga yun, takitahan niyo pa siya. Sabi na, asag ang tanong, ma'am, ang tanong gani, sagang kayo mga piste nga, o sakit nga, natake, lebong ng mga farmers nga, ilang mga mais, wala may mga dahon, hurot na yun tungkol sa piste. Mura sa outbreak ba? Mura sa alarming sa gayang tanong.
So,
like sa atong livestock, ma'am.
Naasad na nga problema diha sa Medellin kanang mga inaana sa atong
yes,
kamaisan?
Oo, piste, ma'am. Army worms, mga full army worms, mga taghang kasi nga od, atake sa mga tanong, ma'am. Apila mga visible. So, basta kalit ang kay pong pagbitas sa Department of Agriculture nga ang kini nga tong weather region asay si makahatag o maka-trigger sa population sa system sakit. Kung palit og kanang twist ba ang iyang kondisyon, so posible nga lagi rihang tumaw nga mga system sakit. Panay finding tungod sa taga Regional Crop Protection Center. Ganit na experience nato na sa Medellin, datan niya kayong mga piste na atake sa ato mga tanom. lagi na sa mais, ma'am.
Mm-mm. Sir, unsa may actions or unsa may mga tabang nga nahatag sa munisipyo or sa Kapitolyo or sa Department of Agriculture kay sure ko ang kaning mga naapektihan aning piste o even kaning problema sa baboy panginabuhian man gid nila.
O livelihood, no?
Livelihood. So unsa man naabatay assistance nga nahatag ani nila?
Yes, ma'am, Mildred, no, naa kayo, ma'am, no? O na, ma'am, pakibaw yun, to Mildred sa Medellin. So, napatawag siya ka ng meeting staff nga concerned department, ma'am, no? Usa na tana na represent. Usa sa iyang gihimo, ma'am, ang palagi sa mga livestock na napiktuhan sa mga farmer, katong naka-insured yung mga hog resource, so pwede na to na ma-assess na to sa PCIC para ma-claim ang ilang kuan kana malay damage
Insurance.
no? Yeah. Kada ma'am si Mayon Benjun ning instruct sa mo nga mag-timo ginlian nga pagpalit og nga disinfectant sa mga herd sa mga baboyan no sa mga tangkal sa baboy no. Na ikatulo ma'am ang kining paglubong sa napiktuhan nga tarungon ug lubong jud pa kato dili gud makon masingaw ang baho sa atong mga patay nga baboy kay kung di tarungon ma'am so syempre na reklamo ba rimaho ya so sa iyang prito nga wagi magtiktik kaligay ang katong paglubong tarong nga isprehan mo og organic nga chemical og inorganic nga chemical ya amo pa dyan og kung ano kanang sibabaw og ano pog para gid nga dinagid mo singaw ang baho nya laing assistance sa munisipyo kining tastaasan na mo nga kwarto di kan pwede ni sa wala pay sakit ang mga baboy kini mga information drive gud amo gini kuan sa designate sa matag barangay kay naam sa tayo mga barangay ni mga health aid matag barangay sa Medellin ma'am nya pagkaroon ko niya kung nagay ng mga hinabang sa munisipyo, sila mismo ang mo dangat to sa mga agri-research nato. Nya sa Provincial Veterinary Office, ma'am, Kandok Plus Bingkoy, di atong provincial vet, no? So, pakibaw niya nga na mga wala diri sa Medellin, so nipadaan lang ng doktor diri niya, o sa silang buhat, ma'am, ang klimo sila og information drive yapon, o para dili mo piyanap ang umadagan ang tumatay, no? So, gitawag niya ang meeting ang staff o kining mga bahan na mo. Nga dayon, nihatag sila og kanang assistance through drug testing. O, drug test sila sa, blood testing sila ma'am sa baboy nga tuhan na tuhan. Pagka, ang resulta is, wala rin yung sa ASF. Sa Department of Agriculture, ma'am, kasi lamang yung ang naghatag og premium sa atong insurance, so dako kay tabang ang taga DE ani nga kanang assistance kay through insurance sa PCC, matagaan ang mga farmer katong ilang nadaot nga mga livestock. So mo naman sa LGU ug sa provincial ug sa taga Department of Agriculture nga mga assistance.
So you mentioned earlier, sir, nga dili tanan, no? Kanina portion lang sa
7 of 9, 6 or 7.
Pila ka percent ni nga kanin affected nga population sa baboy sa inyong sa town sa Medellin? Pila ni ka percent ka abot ang half or sa total population sa inyong hagkuan industry diya sa Medellin?
Yes, sir, population sa livestock.
Kuan sir.
Sa
pila ni ang kaning
affected.
mga affected nga baboy, pila ni ka percent sa hog population diha sa Medellin?
So wala ra ka butog 5% sir, murag buto ka na.
So gamay ra gyud.
Sir, unsa
wala mi karon di sa among survey ang present na mo rin nga kuan ara sa mga 5,000 to 10,000 hogs diri sa Medellin sir niya. Ang namatay is 600 kapil.
Okay. Sir, kaning unsa may particular nganong kaning 7 magyud nga daghang mga barangay gyud sa Medellin. What's in the 7 barangay?
Unsa naa sa 7 barangays nga common ba? Common sa mga 7 barangays nga nahitabo ning maong kanang sakit sa mga baboy.
ako no amo nagsugaran ma'am mostly nga kini barangay coastal siya ma'am ba dapit sa dagat.
Oo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Naapo yung sa ka commercial agriculture diri nga ang iya pong area di ka murag lasang ba grabe ka ragang kuan kanang kahoy nga bugnaw di kayo. Kuan siya ma'am.
So mura-mura ilang wealth condition ba, no?
Sa tao.
Oo, sa tao.
Pero sir, kanang unsa man sad ang mga inyong gibuhat para ma-contain lang diha sa 7 barangays na dili
Spread.
maka-spread dito sa other barangays in Medellin?
Yes ma'am, no? Kanang una, ang nagkandak kami kanang information drive. Pinagi sa social media, okay, bawag yun mi og naamsan ni GP sa matag barangay captain, GC sa mga purok leaders, kanya kami sad mismo, nihatag yun mi security measures para digit mo kuan kanang ilang umay mo ang mga homeowners dili gyud magpataka og kanang ihaw sa baboy kung mahimo ipagi gyud sa house. So kanya kung mga problema lang mo report dayon sa atong opisina kay para nga kung say mga kanang angay buhaton amo din sila mapisan ma'am. Danarigid sa among gibuhat.
So nabalik man ni Dredno nga tanaw lang luy-luy lang baboy ilan ihawon na lang
para makarni.
Makarni.
Or if not ibaligyan na lagi ko nutoy na naibawaan na mo sir nga kanang mahadlok ba nga maapektuhan iya na lang ibaligya iyang anay for 2,000 pesos.
Huy.
Maulog
Grabe,
grabe
Diyos kaloy.
inana in town just to recover whatever imo ma-recover sa imong investment.
By the way, kaning kuan ba kanang Medellin natay kuan si Eric to na uli ra baron si Eric sa Medellin, no? Rick, kumusta na inyong baboy, no? Litsuna na lang na.
Litsuna
si
na
Gina
lang.
po, tagakawit ni, no?
Anyway.
Si Pirax, no? Anyway, so muna ang affected kaning mga barangay 7 adjacent barangays, no? Magtapat-tapat lang din sila because of certain kanang kondisyon, no?
Mao.
Affected nga mostly coastal diya sa Medellin. Kay lately magod, grabe po man sa itong kanang uwan,
Init na
uno,
pod,
init, baha na pagkalit, ano, so parera ng baboy ka man, pero pareha ka pong tao. No?
Masakit.
Masakit.
Masakit yun, di ba? So, Sir Ruben, daghan kayong salamat sa imong update nga gihatag o ang clarification imong gihatag namo.
Okay ma'am, thank you sa kayo ma'am sa pag-ubag.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Ang ato na lang salamat tanga dili ASF.
Bitaw.
Okay.
Kanang
So,
kana bitaw ang unique man gyud sa ASF kay kung nay mamatay nga baboy usadong tratsada gyud na tanan. Mo na iyang behavior kanang dili siya ingon nga kanang first na kay baboyan usad duha ra mamatay dili tanan gyud sila dong. Dili man na siya inana ang behavior sa katong mga ihitabo nga nangamatay nga mga
binagsa-binagsa.
binagsa-binagsa. So
mauna nga anyway kanang dili man tawo ASF pero katong tao mga nagbuhi affected kaya sila na pangita kay so, mahal ba ang lawog karon, no? Kay hibulok ka bisa kanang
dili investment yun na dong
Yes,
either, di ba? So lahog to siya nga na alkanse nga investment.
Anyway, hinaot nga masakto tingon ni si Ruben nga matabangan sa government katong labi na katong nakuan kanang katong namuhi ba livelihood,
Na
no?
affected sa maong kanang panghitabo.
Yeah, basig tagaan sa mga piglets, no, para mag-start all
Start,
over.
mao na. Before ta mo break for atong commercial gikan sa Visayan Electric, ato sa ning ipang shoutout ning mga nananaw karon si Violeta Ihares sa good afternoon ma'am diha sa Bulacau. Si Arlene watching from Sapphire Boutique Resort Bohol.
Oy.
Uy, kalami sa Bohol.
Nanindot kay Jesus.
Bakasyon dito dong, kana sa katadong. Anyway,
Adura kayo ng buhol.
si Mitsil, si Ma Mitsil, suki ni nato dong. Luoy ba ya ang hog industry diri sa Katmon? Naun sa din ma'am, barato kumpra sa baboy pero mahal ang baligya sa kinilo tinuod yun na. Kanang middleman mo gyud nay mo gyud nay nakaano kanang mainaot na untay paagi ba nga direct bitaw from the supplier to kanang sa market, kanang consumer gyud. Kung inana siya dong makat, mas mo barato ang palit sa baboy niya.
Napayuban nga murag duha ka middleman ang usahay mo tunga mo na mahal ka abot sa market.
Ang makaluluoy ang supplier o ang consumer
Yes,
kay barato pagpalit sa supplier pero mahal ang pagbaligya diri sa consumer. Sakto gyud ka mamitsi, may tag mapangitaan nig paagi nga kanang makat nato ning mga middlemen. Si Jasmine Pacana watching from Karkar, Cebu.
litson
Agoy,
diha.
ang kagumkum nga chicharon.
Oh, min, kumusta diha, min?
Si Gamboa Jimboy, I'm watching from Dalaget. Mura daghan kay sa
All over?
probinsya karon. So sinawot makita-kita ta ninyo inig ka Domingo kay mag-live ta sa Pasigarbo sa Sugbo. Pakpak yun ta sa inyong mga representante. Si JM Villaveles nga niapil na pod karong udtuha, apektado gyud ang babuyan ni Eric Coraza Arreglado sa Medellin. Kada
Naputay-
adlaw sila nag-asal padalhi miglitson direrek.
Napoy nag-watch na to sa Malbual, pero na si Cebu karon si Claudine Flores.
Nagtago sa nga Claudine Flores. Si Ronald Lopez. Oy, Ronald, welcome back. It's been a while. Tinuod gyud, it's been a while. Hello sa tanan. Musta naman ang mga project sa drainage system o mga basura?
Kana, sus.
Agoy, sus, Ronald,
Dako
ginoo
ka ni
ko.
isgutanan
Dako
gihapon.
kang isgutanan.
Hantod karon.
Yes, makikita ta sa mga daplin-daplin sa daan. Makita gyud ta nga na mga mini ginagmay nga dump sites.
Yan po sunod, no? O ang public market sa Pasir.
Sa may Pasig. Pero murag Ronald, ang katubitang problema, I'm sure nakatanaw ka ni, katubitang problema nga wala na cover nga hugan nito. In fairness, na aksyonan na to siya sa syudad. Nya.
So, mo na nga...
Ang problema sad sa market kay for example, limpyuhan karon ang pag-maintain manggod. Kinahanglan uptick gud ang vendors din na barangay ug ang market authority. Anyway, sige lang atong interviewon ugma si
no,
si
Market
si
nga.
Market Cebu City Market Administrator si Sir Barquilla kay para matagaan ta niya dako biyag income ang markets do.
Yes. Napod si Antonio Ventures, maing udto sa iyong duha. Oh,
maing udto nimo diha,
maing
sir.
udto diha, sir. Nang sa imong sudan diha, kami wapa.
Murag padung na ka mag-dessert, sir. Anyway, padayon na atong hisgutan. Atong hisgutan sunod kining problema sa usa ka fare nasyonal nga kanang na-entice kita na siya. Nindot kaayo ang kondo nga gipakita nimo sa sun nga gi-market ba. Unsang pagkaunsa nga pagkat adto na niya kuan man lahi man kanang unsa na kanang reality versus expectation versus reality. Pag reality perti di mangyod bayad pa siya og mas mahal. So ato ning tukion ning iyang problema inigbalik nato tan-awon sa ni nato ning mga reminders gikan sa Visayan Electric. balik na
back.
tadong.
No?
On the line, katong naisgutan na to before tani break, naisgutan na to ning problema sa usa ka foreign national lagi nga kanang realization expectation
Expectations
versus
versus
reality
reality.
sa condo unit nga iyang gi-rent. So, on the line we have Steven Cart who will share with us the problems that he's encountered. Steven, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam. It's Stephen Carter.
Yes.
I mean, from the time I've got here, I loved it until it was time to guess in your condo. Me and my friend and I who recently retired did like every other American. Online, we find our beautiful Filipino wife. We come over here to marry, you know, our beautiful brides. But like I was telling the other expat, you know, where we're from, we don't go out and we don't buy a car
Yes.
without test driving it first. You don't buy a motorcycle without test driving, make sure it runs and all that. So we decided, we'll rent a condo for maybe 2 or 3 months, see how it is, and then we'll purchase one. Not just one, but one each. So two. The company that we had to go through was named EJB Rentals. Okay. I had no idea who EJB Rentals was. I'm thinking I'm renting Macton Newton or Mega World.
Okay.
We was quoted a price of 25,000 pesos, all inclusive per month. Told them that we wanted to stay between 1 and 3 months before we decided which condo we liked to purchase. The day I got here, on the 28th, they only had one available, which was no problem. They showed it to me. It had some problems that I initially had first seen. Just first of all, they're going to show you what they want you to see. They're not going to show you the entire thing. So they showed me what they wanted me to see. And I'm like, okay, it's good enough. I'm tired. It took me 3 days to get here. 3 days of flying and traveling and layovers and airplanes and airports. It's exhausting. You got your luggage, so you're just, okay, I'll do it. It was only 2,500 pesos, but they told me I cannot rent this condo for the entire month. But they told me, and my friend that came here with me, they said that we would have some more available tomorrow for long-term rental. At that time, long-term rental was a month or more. That was on the 28th. On the 29th of June, the very next day, met with the lady. She showed me some more condos, not only the condo that we had stayed in the night before, which I had to pay 2,500 pesos for to stay that night.
For an overnight stay, 25,000 pesos?
No, 2,500.
2,500. Okay.
But I was told that condo that I stayed in that night was not a long-term rental. I was ready just to sign my long-term rental and get it over with. That way I don't have to move, because I hate moving. I hate packing luggage. I hate carrying it. So does everybody else. And we planned on traveling, so we don't need to have anything luxurious. So a studio was fine for us because we wanted to travel all of the Philippines. We've already been from the entire island of Bohol. I think our next trip we're going is it's this month. I can't remember which island.
Yes.
But we're going to travel the entire island. But anyway, back to the condo. So when we get here on the 28th, they say, okay, we only have this one room. It's 2,500. You can rent it for the night, but you can't rent it for long term. The next day, on the 29th of June, okay, well, show us some condos, okay, because I want to pick out the best one, because this one, learning that night after getting settled in and everything, this thing had problems. It had serious problems. After looking at all the condos and everything, they're telling us 25,000 pesos for the entire month. That includes all utilities because it's a short-term rental. They tell us that long-term rental is for, they're telling us long-term rental is 1 month to a year. Daily rental is 1 day to 1 week, which we were not allowed to use the washing machine and all that. We had clothes to wash because we've been traveling 3 days in the same clothes. So no problem. They show us the condos. Then it comes time to sign the contract. When the time came to sign the contract, the 25,000 had now turned into 45,000 plus utilities. And, I'm thinking to myself, not one employee, not two employees, not three employees and a manager all confirmed one studio is 25,000, one bedroom is 35,000, all utilities included for the month, all inclusive. You can actually go on Google, or not Google, but you can go on Facebook and search Max and Newton, and they have their price lists. It'll say, 22,000 pesos per month, all included.
Steven, let me cut you there. When you said you look into the studios, does it mean you really physically visited those condo units that they showed you, or just images?
Both. They show you images, and they will also take you there.
Okay.
And they won't let you necessarily open closets or bathrooms or walk around and pick up things, or in my case where the bed bugs were, they wouldn't, they get in front of you in the bed so you don't see all the bed bugs. My bed was infested with bugs, which caused me an infection.
Okay. So now you decided to pick one. That's for 20,000 pesos a month.
It was supposed to be for 25,000.
25,000.
Yeah,
But they charge you to 45,000 when you're about to sign the contract.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they explain why it was 45,000? What was the 25? So additional 20.
They explained it in a sales perspective that I didn't understand. I couldn't comprehend it.
Oh. Did you get a receipt? You have all the receipts, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I have everything. I'm a former police detective from the United States, so I'm very thorough in everything. I've saved every receipt from everything I've ever had to buy, from a toilet seat cover to new bed sheets to plates. Our condo didn't even have plates or silverware.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. This is Dodong. So, in spite of some questions, you signed the contract, right? Or
yes. Technically, it's not even a contract. I didn't get a copy of it. He gave me a piece of paper that didn't even have a price on it. He just gave me a piece of paper with my signature on it.
So it's just some kind of a receipt of the money you gave them.
Yeah. And I had to give them 53,000 pesos.
This is in cash.
In cash, I gave them 53,000 pesos in cash. on the 29th. On the 28th, I gave him 3,000 pesos, but it was only 2,500. Never received the receipt for that, and I never received my change, my 500 pesos in change.
Okay.
Did you report to the management of the condo? Because usually these companies with the third parties, and they're the one, parang it's a middleman that would
They're the
market.
advertising people.
Yes, market.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what's
I did.
of the management? What's the comment?
Uh, Nothing but promises.
Like what promised, Steven?
They'll take care of it. They'll fix it. They'll do this. They'll do that. They'll make it right. They'll refund it. But it doesn't happen. The reality is no. They're just telling you lies, telling you things just to get you out of their office, get you moved on so they can do something else.
Okay. Since you move in July, it's already been a month, July 29th. So you're still staying in the condo?
Yes, ma'am. We cleaned this joker with Xorox from ceiling to floor.
Okay. So you're paying for the second month already?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
But it's not just me, because I've met other foreigners, but they have not received their long-term visa. So they're terrified to come forward because they think they're going to get deported or kicked out of the country.
Okay.
Or in my case, when I confronted them, I was even threatened to be thrown out of the condo.
Oh.
no.
Yeah,
You should-
like
oh.
how did they threaten you that you'll be thrown out of the condo?
Yeah, they sent my wife a text message
Oh.
that
I think
if
it's-
something occurs or it doesn't happen Sunday, then we will put you out on Sunday morning.
Did you report it to the police or for?
Or the okay. Steven, we'll try to find out
Yeah.
any if any office from the local government can help you with your problem.
My first thing I went to was Mega World because the rental company reflects Mega World. I didn't know anything about the rental company. In my search, I found Macton Newton. I found the best places to stay in Cebu, in the Philippines. In the top 10, popped up Mega World Macton Newton. It was like in the top 10, top 20 list. So I was like, okay, let me check it out. My wife, she's from this area, so let's check it out. That was last year. I didn't have no problems really last year. This year, I mean, I've had nothing but problems.
Okay.
So,
So, will your problem? We understand your disappointment, and given
My-
no reaction or no action from the management of the condo, we'll try to reach out to the local
no.
government unit.
They tried to. That I will say that the Mega World in Macton Newton, they tried to mediate. They tried to call the management of EJB, and we all sat down and have a conference and talk about this. The management from Macton Newton, Mega World, put his cell phone down on the table and called, I think, a gentleman by the name of Brian, and put it on speakerphone. And they spoke in Bisaya, which I know a little bit of Bisaya. And then all of a sudden, all I hear is, I don't know the rules here in the Philippines, but cursing me personally out. Okay. Calling me out by my name, threatening me, cursing me, the whole 9 yards. Come to find out that from my time last year, when I didn't have no problems, he wasn't the management. This year, he is the management, and he's also got on to Airbnb, so they're listing on Airbnb as well. So when I say I'm going to take this worldwide, I won't, because it's not just Americans. It's Australians, it's Britons, it's English, it's Koreans, it's the Chinese, it's the Japanese. Because, you know, we all speak to each other. We're all friendly. We talk, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
So, we'll try to reach out to the local government unit of Lapu-Lapu City to find out, you know, how this can be fixed and how can this be arranged for you.
But I actually have video and audio recordings of all the meetings between Macton Newton Mega World and their management, which, you know, the EJB property rental refused to come down that day. That was on the 13th or the 14th. So we scheduled it. They Mega World, the management of Mega World, was able to schedule it for the following day at the EJB rental in Cluster 4 5K. That is their office. So when we go there, at the time they told us to be there, the gentleman that had yelled, screamed, and called me all kind of FUs and mother FUs and all that, he wasn't there, so we couldn't have the meeting. So we had to reschedule the meeting. I think it was for the 16th. On the 16th, we addressed the issues and the concerns about the money, the pesos that they were charging us, and we pointed out their flaws. And he said, okay, well, we'll make it right. And then for the sake of argument, I gave him another 8,000 pesos, just so I didn't get kicked out, you know. But on the paper, he wrote half payment. But we made an agreement that, okay, we'll split 50-50.
But why
Anyway.
did you pay 8,000? What is the 8,000 pesos for?
I have no idea.
By the way, sir, at this point,
Yes.
what's your actually yours? What's your demand? You would like to have a
What
refund?
do you want?
What do you want? You want a refund, or you want to transfer to another
No.
unit?
No, I just I want equality. My entire life, I have worked for the government. I've worked for the military. I've worked for both state, local, and federal police. I have fought for the people who cannot fight for
Yes.
themselves.
Yes,
I
yes.
have fought for the weak and the people that can't talk to themselves. Because most of these expats here, they're older. They're scared. I'm a little bit younger than them, okay? And, you know, I'm still a warrior.
So maybe
So
you're
I'm going to fight for what is right. I'm going to stand up for the weak,
Yeah.
for those that speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole lot of us. Like I said, here just in Lapu-Lapu, between Bohol and Lapu-Lapu, I have spent over 500,000 pesos just supporting the local economy. The gentleman that I brought with me, I know he has spent just as much.
Yes.
That's,
Yes, sir.
That's 600 and I totaled it up this morning. 670,000 pesos since the time I arrived, and that is not including what I paid for this condo, the rental.
So maybe, sir, are you considering for a legal action?
I'll do whatever. If I go to the Supreme Court and stand on top of it and tell the world how they're scamming not just U.S. citizens or Japanese citizens or Australian citizens, I'll do it. I'll go all the way,
Yeah.
and I got the money to do it.
Okay.
So, but at our end, what we can really help you, sir, is to
We'll raise this to the local government of Lapu-Lapu. Maybe they can
to make awareness. That's my goal.
Yes, so
And
they can find a
Yeah.
way how to settle or
Or stop like kuan
stop
this
these
kind of
problems.
problem.
Yes.
yeah,
Maybe
I
you're not
mean,
mm,
literally right now, as we speak, you can go on Facebook Marketplace, search for Mac Newton. They'll
yes.
tell you prices of it. It'll be between 22,000 and 25 or 28,000 pesos per month, everything included. Okay.
But when you actually start to stay at the condo, it has a different price already. So that's one of your issues that it was.
Yes,
Yes.
but they have another thing. Their first scam that they're going to do is we don't have them available tonight. But you come back tomorrow, we'll have long-term rental or monthly rental as they call it. But we do have one for you today, but it's going to be 2,500 pesos. And then you ask, well, will that 2,500 pesos be included in the 25,000? And they say, no, sir, we can't do that. So you're at 25,000. Then you add the 2,500 on that.
Okay.
So you're at 26, 27. You're at 28,000 pesos because they're going to scam you for one night.
Okay.
Okay, so
So, Stephen, we'll try to investigate or we'll try to look into this matter and find out. We'll also get in touch with the rental company to get an explanation of what happened in your case.
okay, thank you
Okay.
for
This is my case. There's other expats
Yes.
that have filed complaints, and there's also expats that are scared to come forward.
Okay.
You know, I would like for all expats to come forward. If
Yes,
they are too scared to come talk to you, they come talk to me, and I'll speak for them.
Okay.
okay.
So that's better. So that this alleged scamming can be stopped.
Yes,
Okay,
so-
Stephen, thank you very much for your time.
For sharing us your kwan.
Like
Yeah.
the gentleman that I brought here, you know, when I first told him I was planning to come to the Philippines, he's like, "Man, you don't go there. You're gonna get killed. You're gonna blah blah blah. Don't do that." I tell him how nice it is. I tell him how humble the people are. You know, I tell him, you know, like you go into a fiesta, you know, people you don't even know,
Yes.
they're offering you food. They'll
Yes,
give
they
you
can
the
get they can
shirt.
let you in your
back.
house in
Yeah.
their house and eat.
So,
That's a very Filipino
madam,
character, Stephen.
I was thirsty one day. I didn't have no pesos. I had my credit card on me. That's all I had was credit card. I didn't have the pesos yet. And I went into the store to buy a cold drink, a soft drink, and they wouldn't accept credit card. No problem. The gentleman directly behind me offered to buy it. Now, I don't judge people, but looking at him, he didn't have that to spend. You know, that was probably his last pesos, but he was willing to give that up so that I could have a cold drink. I would not let him. I couldn't accept it from him, but you know, that humbled me a lot.
Yes.
Me and my wife got separated one time, and I had no idea where I was at. My battery on my phone was dead. I had no charger. I went into a store. I bought a charger. I asked to plug it in. They plugged it in for me. There was customers came in. They seen that I'm charging my phone. They were offering to purchase a cab for me to get back home. You know, and because I didn't have the peso, I had my credit card. I didn't learn at that time to keep cash, pesos,
Yes.
always on you.
Always have pesos in your pocket.
Always
Stephen.
now, yes.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure.
being from America, we don't really carry cash. We carry credit cards.
Yeah. Not in the Philippines, Stephen.
Yeah. So I've learned that.
Yes.
You know, now I make sure I always have.
Okay, pesos. Yes.
But it humbled me because the gentleman behind me, you know, he doesn't know me, but he offered to pay for a cab to get me home, and that humbled me. And I go back to the United States, and I tell my supervisor, who's at retirement age, that, you know, how nice it is, how nice the people are over here. I mean, like, I tell him the dude behind me is about to give me the shirt off his back just to get me home, you know. But then
This happens to you. Yeah.
that works at EJB,
Yes.
under the new management, they are using that to scam people because of the pandemic of COVID, because they lost so much money during COVID.
Yes.
So now trying to regain that money by targeting
Yes.
foreigners under the new management.
Yeah, Steven will surely look into this for the reason behind all this. I'm sure the Filipinos you meet
It's totally different.
totally different from
What-
what happened to you. But anyway, we'll try to find ways to investigate or to look into your case and, you know, find out all things behind this. But thank you very much for your time and for sharing your problem.
Yes, ma'am. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I still love the Philippines. I still want to
Yes.
spend the rest of my life here.
Yes.
But I'm just
Okay.
not going to spend it here in Macon, Newton.
Okay, Steven, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
All right. You have a good day.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was Steven.
What kay balod red kay wasay ka ng mga third
Oh,
parties
yeah.
ya kaning
Yes. Pero angay ni na to siyang angay ni na to
Yes,
siyang
oh.
tanawon dong kay
Nindot na ba
reflect
siya?
man siya sa
In the entire,
industry sa
Yes,
kanang Airbnb ba kanang mga
usually
inana.
ani kanang building na naman ni own
Naman
naman
silang own management.
di kaning napalit na sa
Sa homeowners, kanang-
homeowners
oo.
na nan tagiya like makarelate ko ana ka sa
Kay,
told you
tag-
earlier
dunay kundos
nga
dito.
kuan ka ng bago lang may dunay na nagparent mo somewhere in Mango, so na nagi-rent, so semi-furnace na to, so na di man nga to nang nindot man ang natingala bitaw ko na surprise kung anong yun ana ang kuan muna sa scam agad kanim kung sa online kanang mga nag-lure ninyo to na yung mga for rent,
Yeah,
mga
20,000.
baligya ng
Careful sa gita.
careful ta kana yung mga kuan, so
Oh.
kani mga foreigner ba sila na what kay balod biktima or what's the reason
Let's
behind
find out. Atong sa para to be fair, atong sa paminaw
Paminawon
ang
ang-
reason atong third party katong
yes
AJB nga rental kuan. We'll investigate, we'll look into these matters. Atong i-try og kanang settle for ask for an appointment tomorrow dong para makahatag sad sila sa ilang side.
correct.
Kay wa
Yes.
na mi oras mga higala magkita-kita tagbalik ugma atong hisgutan ning problema diha sa Chibugan.
Yes,
Kaning naa diha bitaw sa Kamagayan kay murag naay issue diha gamay niya.
yes, primero mo ka dread ko ana siya kanang mura og kanang van
V-hire. Van fare hinumdum mo katong
For
mga
Toledo.
mubiyahe sa northwest
Toledo.
sa southwest
Toledo.
ba na?
Murag
Northwest.
southwest.
Southwest.
Toledo, na po north.
Oo.
Northwest,
Oo.
sa Balamban.
Ana na sila din na ang terminal. Na
Pero na issue ka na siya kay murag short notice. Short as kanang
As in,
adlaw.
karon dayon, sirado na.
Sirado na nga.
Oo.
Oy, doon na hugon-hugon nga kanang gamiton na siya nga lugar, pero kanang gipapahawa diha dayon pahibalo na buntag paghapon
Wa na.
wa na gi-block na ang ireso. Luoy ganay mga pasahero, disenfranchise ang mga pasahero kay
Lisod naman at
okay, wa man kay balungan nasira na diha. So dahang pasahero na nga na diha. So nakatag na ang mga van. So mo nang issue kay na siya before, pero
ato ning
there were
tukiron.
allegations
Yeah.
na nganong ilang ipahawak, there were allegations nga
nya kay numdum ko dong ang City Hall nangugat gyud ani nga
Oo.
ni ano gay sila nga mo file sila og plunder charges
Yes.
against sa barangay kapitan si Kapitan Raquel Avila pero
Oo.
atong tukion na file ba gid ni aduna ba
Oo.
gyud kaso nga na file unya unsa man ning issue karon susama ba sa issue sa una
Unya ni pulihan ko rin Chibugan. Chibugan ba is a street parang
food strip
food strip,
food
no?
strip
Unya gipabayad og 200 pesos.
same as before
Oo.
which question nato nya mo
Gi-question,
gihapon karon
gihatag na sa
So,
usa ka grupo.
ato ni siyang tukion kay para maklaro ni siya kay puro atong gipugngan sa una pero nibalik ang same nga sistema pero lain lang ang involved.
Oh, lain nang naong, no?
Oh, lain lang sudlanan. So ato ning tukion ugma ko yugi mi ninyo balik sa laing init nga diskusyon dinhi sa Beyond the Headlines. Sa katong wa kaabot sa among episode earlier, makita ninyo pagbalik ang Beyond the Headlines sa Facebook pages sa Sunstar Cebu, sa Super Balita ug Sunstar Philippines. Naapod mi sa YouTube ang Sunstar Web TV channel mga higala.
ug ayaw kalimot pagpalit sa atong daily newspapers, ang atong English version, ang atong Sunstar Cebu, ang atong Cebuana version, ang Super Baleta Cebu, kay nadi ang atong mapatik, ang atong isgutan karon o ubang mga panghitabo sa atong komunidad, sa atong nasod o bisan gawa sa nasod. Muna nga daghang salamat sa inyong pag-uban kanamo hangtod ning gutloa. Ako si Dudong Moralio, maayong hapon kaninyong tanan.
Ako si Mildred Galarpe, maayong hapon.